Hey there guys, and happy whatever day it is that you're watching this video. So today's coffee, as I always say, is a pretty spectacular one. And it's spectacular for many reasons, of course, but it comes from a roaster that I have been wanting to try for a while, and that's Prodigal Roasters. And I believe that they are founded by the famous Scott Rao. I'm a big fan of the guy. His book, The Professional Barista's Handbook, as I've said before, was the reason that I've really got into coffee and why I really got into espresso. And I followed the guy for ages, and I think he's great. And now I get to try coffee that he's actually roasted. So it was worth the wait, I think. But why don't we find out? So get yourselves a coffee, kick back, relax, and welcome to Today I Brewed. So what is it that makes this coffee so good? I'm gonna say it's because it's a Scott Rao thing. But there must be more to it than that. This coffee itself is called Las Perlitas, which stands for Little Pearls. And there is some information about the name after I've told you about the coffee. So it is a wonderful, wonderful coffee. It comes from Huila in Colombia, and here's kind of where it's kind of cool, or at least I think it's cool. But it's a blend of different varieties, and the varieties are pink bourbon, yellow bourbon, geisha, and the Caturra. And I think the reason the blend is made, if I remember correctly, is because there's not enough of these coffees to kind of put them all in their own sacks and roast them individually. So one of the guys at Coffee Quest, I think it's Stephen, he kind of blended them all together, and it gets the name Little Pearls because, well, they kind of look like little pearls. And I imagine it's also because it's so tasty. And pearls are valuable, like this coffee. At least I think so, anyway. But it's really cool, and I think that blending of these different coffees, and really good quality coffees as well, definitely gives a bit of oomph to the name, Las Perlitas. It's a washed coffee as well, which you can definitely get because it's so clean. And it is, man, just love a good washed coffee. There isn't an altitude when I looked on the website, but that's okay. You know, we don't necessarily need it to talk about how good the coffee is. But the tasting notes are orange, peach, and grape, which is pretty amazing. And it's funny because you look at the back and you just think, it definitely tastes like those things. But what I do really like, or have really liked about this coffee as well, is when you go on the website, they have the coffees lined up, and there are roast dates of when they're going to roast each batch. So you can pre-order and know that you're going to get a really fresh roast, a fresh bag of the coffee that you're buying, which is really cool. I know it'd be a lot of effort for so many of the roasters to do that, but if they're roasted in such small quantities, it's not a bad idea. This batch was actually roasted at the beginning of August, I think. So it's way past roast date. We're looking at over a month. But that's all right. You know, I've been doing other things, so I've not got around to doing this video so soon. But yeah, it's a great idea. This coffee is still available on the website as well, and I think there's another roast date in September, which is this month. So yeah, pretty cool, I think. So why don't we talk about the coffee, how it's ground, how it's brewed, and most importantly, how it tastes. Now, as you've all probably guessed, I'm a really big sucker for aroma on grind. And this was absolutely no different. The aromas are so, I want to say pungent, but is that a positive word? Let's just go with amazing. I'll take amazing. And they really came out of the grind. Like, it was fantastic. It was so full. It was so bright, citrusy. You know, the grape was really there, like really rounding off the aroma. And it was just such an exciting coffee to grind. And like, even sat here, like the aromas are fantastic. And there's like a sweetness to it. Kind of like a dried fruit or sugared candy type of thing. But then when it came to the brew, now I dropped the temperature on this one from like 94 to 93, and I'd been brewing it with 94, and I really enjoyed it. It didn't taste bad, it tasted great, but I just dropped it a little bit, because I just wanted to see what it was like. And I feel like I'm getting more of the aromas on that kind of 1 degree lower temperature than I did when it was slightly higher. But you can see how good it looks when it blooms. I've also done the WDT on there as well. And the extraction was lovely. Like, came in at just over 4 minutes. But what a brew. The aroma is just literally shot out as it was brewing. So much grape. Little hints of peach in the aroma, and kind of that candied orange type of aroma as well. But it was super exciting, and it was really got me looking forward to drinking it. So I'm excited, and I feel like this is a very quick video, but obviously the excitement in my voice is making me talk just a little bit faster. So now that we're here, on this table, what's it like at 93 degrees? Let's have a go. So there is so much grape in that aroma, like loads. It feels like you're just smelling a full grape. There's that orange underneath as well, and again it feels almost like a candied orange, but with the brightness of a fresh orange, if that is possible. And there is just a hint of like peach acidity in the aroma. It smells great. I'm actually looking forward to this. Don't know why I sound so surprised. So let's give it a taste and then see how it feels in the mouth. That is a brilliant, brilliant cup. The texture of it is nice and full. Loads of grape coming through. The peach is just underneath, and then there's the orange. A really good mix of flavours. It has got quite a drying feel on the mouth, but it's also very clean. Like, there's a lingering, definitely of that orange, with a slight hint of the grape, kind of in the aftertaste. But it goes down really well. It rolls around nicely in the mouth. It's got a lovely body. That is fantastic, and the acidity is on point. I actually think dropping it down that 1 degree has made such a difference to the cup. Like, loads of that grape is now kind of coming back and overtaking the rest of it. Slight hints of peach on the tongue as well, in that aftertaste. It's lovely. Such a good cup, like, what a coffee. Just a superb, well-rounded cup of coffee. And as the coffee's cooling, there's a bit more acidity coming out. That is fantastic. Like, absolutely brilliant. I'm so glad, I'm actually really glad I bought this. I did buy another one, which we'll talk about next week. But this, from kind of my first dive into Prodigal, that one, I'm very impressed. And I'll definitely have to buy some more in the future. But before we do go, let's take a look at the bag. Like, it's so colourful. Like, I love the design, I love the colours. Like, it just really stands out. And I know that packaging isn't always important when it comes to coffee, but I think for me, I'm a bit of a magpie. I love shiny things, I love colourful things, and colour really draws me to stuff. So, you know, I pick up a bag of anything if it looks nice. But I think, as I said before, like, packaging also shows people that you care about what's inside the bag. And I guess there's an argument to be made there whether packaging is important or not, but you know, if we care so much about what is inside and what we brew, then we should make it look nice too, right? Food for thought. So I'm going to go drink the rest of this, and I'm going to enjoy the hell out of it, that's for sure. So if you haven't got a coffee yet, go get yourselves one. Put your feet up, relax, and thank you for joining me on today's Today I Brewed.